Hey everyone, on this episode of Geek Talk, it's the summer of superhero movies once again. There's a pretty big slate of superhero movies that are scheduled for the 2023 calendar. Some of them have already kind of been released, so we'll go through the list really quick, and then maybe I can express which ones I'm excited for, which ones I am not excited for, and which ones you're excited for. So starting off with Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, which was released on February 17th. That's all I'm going to say about that. It was released on February 17th. Shazam! Fury of the Gods was released on March 17th. That was a little bit better than Ant-Man, but we'll just say it was released on March 17th. Up next, the first one that I've actually enjoyed for a superhero flick in 2023 was the May 5th release of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I actually liked it. With Guardians, you always get that they're a little bit of an oddball group, and the comedy is always a little different than other Marvel movies. Plus, we get our first ever Marvel Cinematic Universe F-bomb in a Marvel movie in Guardians Volume 3. So it was really good. I enjoyed it for what it was. It'll be sad to see some of those characters kind of vanish into thin air. Some of them might stick around, but don't want to ruin it too much if you haven't seen it. So if you haven't seen Volume 3 of Guardians, I would go check it out. It's a pretty good flick. Now we get into June, and this is where the heavy hitters start kind of rolling in and really giving us some meat on the bones, let's say. On June 2nd, which is coming up this weekend, we have the second installment of the Spider-Man. This one is Across the Spider-Verse on June 2nd. Animated Spider-Man. The first one was extremely well received, and I really enjoyed the first one. The animation was different than what we've seen before in other any type of superhero or animation movie whatsoever. So very cool looking, different looking. Excited to see that. That should be good. And I think, honestly, the biggest one of the 2023 calendar in superhero movies is the June 16th release of The Flash. The trailers for this looks absolutely bonkers, how good this looks. Seeing Michael Keaton reprise his role as Batman is going to be just like ultra nostalgic for all of us 1989, Batman fans. Hopefully the movie does well, and the reason why I say that is with Ezra Miller's past issues. Hopefully that does not affect people going out to see this movie, because it looks absolutely fantastic. We have been deceived before with trailers, but there's some early reviews of the movie, and all of the reviews have been sensational. So looking forward to June 16th, The Flash. Up next is Marvel's next attempt to bring back their glory days. July 28th with The Marvels. This has Brie Larson returning as Captain Marvel. Hopefully this one does well as well. Marvel, I find lately, have been kind of sputtering a little bit with their movies, and I've expressed this in past episodes. Maybe superhero burnout. But I think it really boils down to their storytelling. They have mountains and mountains of comic books to fall back on for storytelling. So let's hope that they go back and tell a good story with this movie, because there is some potential for this to be a good movie. So up next is August 18th, and we have Blue Beetle. This one, I've seen the trailer. Looks interesting. I'm actually quite excited to see it. It is kind of a secondary character that you don't hear of a lot or see of a lot. The diehards will know who Blue Beetle is, of course. But for the for the very loosey-goosey comic book movie watcher, this one could be the sleeper of the summer, I think, possibly. So then we go to October 6th, Sony's Spider-Man verse, I guess you can call it, continues to expand. Now they're coming up on, like I said, on October 6th with Kraven the Hunter. As everyone knows who's a big Spider-Man fan, Kraven the Hunter is one of Spider-Man's probably deadliest foes, just for the character and what the character can bring to Spider-Man, versus Spider-Man. So this one as well could be a sleeper. The Sony Spider-Verse hasn't been that bad actually. The two Venom movies were okay. Obviously the Spider-Man as well has done extremely well. The three Tom Holland films have been, I thought, really, really, really good. So kind of excited. Again, this could be another sleeper, just like Blue Beetle. Hopefully they again follow the comic book stuff. There's a lot of good stuff with Kraven the Hunter. So excited to see that one as well too, October 6th. And then to round out the year, I'm looking forward to this one because I thoroughly enjoyed the first one. December 25th, Christmas. Congratulations and Merry Christmas to everyone. We get the second installment of Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Now, hopefully again, this movie is well received. And the reason why, again, I said because of, with all of the Amber Heard, fiasco that happened with the trial of Johnny Depp. Hopefully that doesn't affect this movie. The first Aquaman, I think, arguably was the best DC movie ever. I think it was neck and neck with the first Wonder Woman movie. That's how high I put the first Aquaman movie. That's my praise for the first one. I thought it was fantastic. Jason Momoa was just amazing as Aquaman. You couldn't have really gotten anyone else to play that part the way he did. It was just fantastic. So hopefully the second one does as well as the first one. Like I said, I thought it was one of DC's best, arguably with the first Wonder Woman. So let me know what you think. That's the list coming up for December 2023. I don't know of any others coming out. There might be some surprise releases, but that's the list that have been released to the public. So hopefully you've checked out some of these movies. Some of these movies will be good moving on through the summer. Like I said, the big one for me is The Flash, to see what they do, and obviously it's going to reboot that DC movie franchise. So anyway, we'll see you next week, and as always, remember, we are all true north, strong and geek. We'll see you next week.